What's going on, guys? Blame Truth here, the Codfather himself, bringing you another video. And in this particular video, I will be going over the positives and the negatives of Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 2022 Electric Boogaloo. It's Dorban time. As you see from the title, you can probably already guess where this video is going to be, I guess, landing as far as how I perceive this Call of Duty. This is going to be a direct sequel to my first impressions video, and I have two gameplays. I have my very last gameplay before I quit. This is like a level 54 gameplay. I'm basically max level, so now's a good time to do this before Season 1, because Season 1 ain't gonna change jack shit about how I feel about this shitty fucking game. And I just want to kind of get on here and complain, but I'm not gonna yell too much, I don't think. I may be lying right there. It depends on how pissed I get. I may yell, but I kind of just want to be taken seriously and lay off the jokes, lay off the yelling, lay off the one-liners as much this video, and just kind of cover the good and the bad. So I'm bringing you two gameplays. The first gameplay is the last gameplay I had before making this video at level 54 or so. It is a regular skill-based matchmaking try-hard lobby. I'm using this here double-barrel shotgun, this 725, but it's not the 725 in this game. It's the Lockwood in this game, but it kind of looks like the Olympia from Black Ops 1. So I'm just going to call it the double-barrel shotgun, because all the fucking gun names are like made up now anyway, so whatever. The double-barrel shotgun here. This gun's not the best. It might look pretty good. I might use it and you think, wow, this looks great, but it's really not. It's not that great, but it's fun. It's fun to use. I've always liked using double-barrel shotguns. Search up my channel for some Call of Duty World at War double-barrel shotgun gameplay and have some fun. Within reason, of course. Don't be jerking off to my old videos. But look at how I have to play here. I have to sit on this rail like a fucking owl. Hoo, 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 hoo. Like a fucking owl and shoot tryhards in the head. This is a normal skill-based matchmaking lobby. I play alone. I play solo. You're going to see why that's a problem with skill-based matchmaking here in just a second as this game progresses. But I want you to note how everyone plays, how I play in this lobby, and then I'm going to give you another gameplay after this in a reverse boosted lobby. I mean, it's night and day, but the interesting thing about this reverse boost lobby that I got into was it resembled the Call of Duty games of old. And people think I'm bragging when I say this. I am an above average player at Call of Duty. Go back and watch my gameplay dating back to COD 4. I'm above average. I've never claimed to be the best. I don't try hard. I mainly play to have fun. Like if I was playing to try hard and win every match, I would be with a full party using the M4 or some other meta weapon and camping my ass off. Instead, I'm here with my double barrel shotgun. I got a gold. I think it's a fun gun to use. It's fun to kill people. It makes me play very strategically. Like you have to play a certain way with a double barrel shotgun. You have 2 shots only. They're powerful, but you gotta make them count. You know, it's fun to me to use this weapon. But the problem with this game here is it doesn't know if it wants me to have fun and rank up casually and use all the not meta weapons, or if it wants me to try hard so fucking much that I end up giving Scump a hand job in the back of a Denny's trying to get some tips and tricks for this game. Trying to figure out like a good gunsmith loadout to use or something on my M4. Game doesn't know what it fucking wants to be. So I'm saying all this as a casual tryhard, as an above average player who mainly plays alone. I played with a friend one other time. He ended up yelling louder than I've ever yelled in my videos playing with me. Shout out Cade. I'm sorry for that, by the way. But let's get into the pros before I get into the cons, and I will section these off via YouTube's little timestamp features. So, the pros of this game. Well, it looks good. It sounds good, and it feels good to shoot people. Infinity Ward always nail this. They never have issues with this. As far back as I can remember, their games feel great. They look great. They feel great. Dating back to COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2, all the way up until MW 2019. Hell, Infinite Warfare even was smooth and nice and punchy. They have great gunplay. This is their strength. Visuals, gunplay, sound design, presentation. They nail this. It's so good. And that's it. That's all I have to say. Positives. That's it. That's literally it. When you're actually shooting people in this game in a multiplayer match, It's fun. It's fun. And that's it. Okay, the new camo system is better than it has been, but it's improving on a really, really outdated system that's been like just a pain in the ass to do since really, God, I don't even know, like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. It's better than it ever has been, but they're improving on like a 15-year-old fucking system, so it's about goddamn time, really. I'll give it to them, though. The camo system is the best we've seen yet. Congratulations, Infinity Ward. Okay. Now, let's get into the negative, seriously, because this is not hyperbole, guys. This is the worst Call of Duty game I have ever played multiplayer-wise. And I'm not going to say it's worse than Vanguard. I would typically call Vanguard the worst game I've ever played, but it's tied with Vanguard for the worst Call of Duty multiplayer, and I'm going to explain why. Also, watch this death right here. I get killed by that guy just camping, and then I spawn literally in a guy's sights, and then I check the scoreboard. I see I'm on the top, but there's no chance of winning. There's no chance of winning now. We're about 20 kills behind. Game over. So, yeah. This is actually a perfect segue into the next con. This is a reverse boosted lobby. However, I want you to look at how fucking awful this UI is. This UI is the worst fucking UI I have ever seen. I mean, look at this. It's laggy. The challenges cover up my team. It's some weird glitch. And I can't edit my classes. And then it freezes before the match starts. And I'm just looking at like this giant gun on the right-hand side of the screen. You got names in the background bleeding into the foreground, covering the player list on the left there. You can't see anyone's player cards. You can never edit a class in this lobby. You have to leave the fucking game if you want to edit your class. It's just a fucking disaster. I mean, the UI is abysmal. You'll go into the gunsmith and you can't, like, control it properly. Like, you'll try to go up from the bottom, you know, to kind of like save time. It's kind of like when you reach channel 99 on your television or whatever. This is like an old ass reference. Let's say you get to channel 99 on your television and then it wraps back around to like channel 1, you know? Like a quicker way to get to channel 5 if you're on channel 97 is to go up and then go back to channel 5. You know, it's basic like convenience and logic. And what else here? I mean, I still get confused trying to change, like, my fucking calling card. I still get confused trying to change my emblem. I get confused at the fucking, like, friends list and recent players list. It's like 4 different fucking menus, which could be condensed into 2. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, but it's bad. Some people may think this is just nitpicking, which is why I'm starting out with it. But I want you to look at this lobby right here. So you saw the last gameplay where I'm like crouching around corners and sitting on a fucking perch like a hoot owl, listening for footsteps. I have no nice way to put it. In higher skill lobbies, you have to play like a fucking cunt. Players don't get better, players get cheaper because this game out of the box is not designed for any sort of competitive play whatsoever, and there's no rewards, there's no visible rank, so it's just garbage all the way around. What's the point of ranked mode when it's already here in casual? I have no rank to show for it. I'm working for the same rewards as Billy Goat 57 in his Joe Secot daycare lobbies. If you're gonna put me against nothing but tryhards and stuff, give me something for doing it. There's no fucking point. There's no fucking point to play this game in its current state if you're any good whatsoever. I would argue there's no point to play it even if you're fucking bad. So this lobby is nothing like the last lobby. People are moving around. This is like an old school Call of Duty lobby. So what old school Call of Duty did to balance things was it would match you based on connection first and foremost. So the best connection you could get, and then it would just balance the teams in the lobby to try to get an even match. This is fine. I'm totally fine with this. It puts bad players on my team. It gives me a team, an enemy team of like average players, and then I'm an above average player. So it's going to put the above average player with the bad players in the lobby and then make me face like the average players. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? You're going to see it full force in this reverse boosted gameplay because there's still lobby balancing even in reverse boost lobbies. So the game's not a blowout, but with the combination of my team being horrendous and the enemy team being like average to below average and me being above average, this gives me the chance to get all my team's kills pretty much single-handedly. And it is fucking fun. I have not been able to genuinely do this since Black Ops 4. This style of like balancing and whatnot makes me feel like a war hero. Like I'm carrying my wounded soldiers to victory. And I'm not even using the cheapest shit. I'm using a double barrel shotgun. Trust me, guys. Try it out. It's not that good. It's gonna look good this lobby. It's very inconsistent most of the time. It's not that great. Most of the time you're gonna have more luck with an SMG. However, it's fucking fun. It's like my signature weapon. It feels like a movie in a way. Like this guy's going in here with a double barrel shotgun. I feel like Ash from Army of Darkness, you know, with his boomstick. It's fun. That's just all I want, man. I just want to have fun occasionally, you know. The game does not give you this in regular lobbies. The game gives you sympathy lobbies where you get like a 2, 3, 4, sometimes a 5 or a 6 KD if you're really lucky. And then it's just back to Sweatfest where everybody's just kind of equal. Some people will go slightly positive. Some people will go slightly negative. Maybe one person will pop off, you know, because it's their sympathy lobby. But it's all just the same fucking bullshit over and over and over. And it's not fun. It's not fun. The better you are too, the worse your connection's gonna be, because the game will prioritize matching you with people of similar skill to protect little Timmy, Billy Goat 57, and Helen Keller, Sentinel 42069. Those gamer tags will be in protected lobbies, while you will be facing Team Moderate to Severe Acne with Team Cheeto Dust and Vaseline partied up with you. It's just not fun. The skill-based matchmaking system amplifies every single thing wrong with this game. It amplifies the slowness of this game. It amplifies everything cheap and annoying, because players will always choose the path of least resistance. If there's some gun that's just head and shoulders better than every other gun in the game, that's all tryhards are going to use. There's no point in casually leveling stuff. They want to win, you know? But here's the thing. What do you get for winning? I'll tell you what you get for winning. Jack and shit! That's what you get for winning. Yes, they're going to add a combat record in. Oh, thank heavens. A feature that has launched with like every fucking Call of Duty ever, to my knowledge. I think they left it out in Ghost or something, but I didn't play that shitty game, sorry. But anyway, you know, like, okay, they're adding a combat record in, but there's still no fucking point. Like, okay, I can track my wins and losses now, but what do I get? Are you guys going to add in calling card challenges and stuff? Do I get specific emblems and calling cards for achieving a certain KD ratio? Or do I get one for calling in the MGB, the nuke in this game? You know, I've done that. Do I get one after the fact? No one fucking knows. No one knows what Infinity Ward's going to do. And even if they add this stuff in, it's like with this system is actually worse for genuine good players, because so many people will reverse boost. So you see some guy has like a 40 kill streak. Did he get that legit? Probably not. You know, it's just a pile of fucking shit, dude. The skill-based matchmaking system in this game amplifies every problem I have with it. And let's get into the fundamental problems with this game. The perk system. It sucks. It sucks fucking ass. And Ghost doesn't even really work that well. Like, it works, but not the way you think. I covered this in a previous video. You can look it up, but it doesn't always keep you off the radar, even though it's an ultimate perk, and it should no matter what. Some people say this is a bug. Whether it's a bug or not, I don't really give a fuck. It needs to be fixed. Oh, the perk system, it just stifles creativity, in my opinion. It's not as good as any other perk system we've ever seen. It's just change for the sake of change. The weapon unlock system, it's fucking trash, and it doesn't work half the time. I leveled up the AK family to get the mini-back SMG, and I did everything correctly, and yet I still didn't have it unlocked. And I made a YouTube short about it. And then people informed me, thank you people, that I had to level the 74U up to level 18 actually to get the mini-back gun. The game didn't tell me this. 3 years, 3,000 devs worked on this game for 3 years. And they can't get their fucking convoluted unlock system working correctly. They made it. They can't get it working correctly. I'll unlock guns and then have to level up the gun an extra level to actually unlock the gun. And yes, I've tried rebooting. It doesn't work. I'll have to go and level up the gun like literally another level than what the game tells me to get stuff. I'll have to use like a battle rifle to unlock a laser for my SMG. I don't really like using the battle rifles in this game. They're fucking slow. I'm not a big fan of them. I get that they're trying to push variety, but you know what would actually push variety? No skill-based matchmaking system and different daily challenges and individual cool challenges to make you want to use these weapons. Also, balancing the weapons accordingly, making everything strong and on an even playing field would also help. They've done a decent job of this. I will give them that. Everything that I've used, like every weapon that I've bothered to use, is usable. It feels good. I haven't used anything and have been like, wow, this really, really sucks. I just don't prefer the BR, like, you know, battle rifle, marksman rifle play style. It's just not really my speed. It's too slow. Speaking of slow, this is the slowest Call of Duty of all time, guys. I mean, it's up there with MW 2019. If you played that game for any amount of time, you know this game is campy and slow, and I don't know why they do this. Yet they release Shipment and Shoot House, which are fast-paced, slow maps. Yet they also release Sonasima Border Crossing, which is the slowest, stupidest fucking map I've ever played on, and Tarak, which is just sniper glint from a fucking building heaven. It's like they don't know, they have no cohesive vision. This entire game is a mismatch of different ideas from 3,000 different devs with no cohesive, clear direction. And it shows. But let's get to the actual, like, fundamental problems with this game. This game punishes movement so much, especially in high school lobbies, because everyone has their headset cranked up to max. I even do it, I do it, you know? Literally, you are punished for moving so much. It is literally better to run Ghost on every class and just sit in a corner until you get your ultimate perk and then sit in a corner some more. That's how you do consistently well in this game. Seriously. In a previous video, I reported a guy and like blocked him or whatever, and people were up in arms about it. Like, why did you report that guy for outplaying you? Because this guy was literally just sitting and listening for footsteps the entire match. I can't just block him and not play with him. I have to report him. It's just, I mean, I don't want to, but the game makes me if I want to block him. So I have to report him just to block him. But I don't want to play people like that. I don't want to play people just sitting in the fucking corner all game. Like, you know? So that's why I reverse boosted here. And we only won by 18 kills. But holy shit, I got 57 of the 100 allotted kills. Like, it's old school Call of Duty. Like, I'm in a lobby and my team sucks. The enemy team is better, but they still suck. And I don't suck. So I can just shotgun to my heart's content. I'm not asking for this every fucking match. It would get boring if it was just this. I want literally all these gameplay aspects. I want to face tryhard sound whoring. I want to face bad kids. I want to carry a team of dumbasses to victory. Feel like a war hero. Instead, I feel like a war veteran with severe PTSD. Please put out your sparkler, sir. I served in Vietnam. Shed some tears for my fake plastic toes while you're at it. Get this shit the fuck out of here! This game is fundamentally flawed because you simply cannot move. They've nerfed every form of movement into the fucking ground, guys. That's not an exaggeration. They've nerfed every form of movement, even jump shotting and stuff. I mean, your aim will go haywire. Your hip fire will go haywire. Your ADS won't be as accurate if you're jump shotting. And on top of that, we still have the fucking indestructible doors with claymores behind them and Bettys behind them. What? They're not Bettys, they're like trip mines, whatever the fuck they are, it doesn't matter. Bouncing Bettys, trip mines, claymores, it's all the same campy bullshit. And yes, I use it because it's good. That's what Joe Secott and his merry band of morons want me to use. I'm not done. I'm gonna keep ranting. This one's just gonna be a normal gameplay, not a reverse boosted lobby, just playing with one other friend. So you can just see, again, the stark contrast of how I have to play depending on the people I am facing. This game has no variety in its gameplay. It's all just reverse boost and move around, or don't reverse boost, and the better you get, the less you move. It is fucking boring, and I'm already tired of it. Really, I am. I'm level 54. Season 1 comes out. I'm already tired of it. I've played Shipment for decades, man. I played Shoot House. It's old. It's nothing new. And speaking of nothing new, let's get into the kill streaks. Oh, the fucking kill streaks. My God. First, I want to keep harping on the balance. When you make Ghost an ultimate perk and you lock it behind like a time release thing and you make it slightly less powerful than the previous game, but you don't do anything to nerf what it's meant to counter, The UAVs, in this instance, you create a big motherfucking balance problem. Breaking it down like that should tell these 3,000 devs they fucked up. Like, if anyone just critically thought about what they were doing for a second, this wouldn't be an issue. But it is an issue. UAVs are like tactical nukes in this game. The UAV is the difference maker. I've had matches where I'm just shooting down UAVs. That's all I'm doing. I have my launcher aimed at the fucking sky. I'll shoot 2 UAVs down, and then I'll go and kill a guy. I'll die, and then there's like 2 more UAVs. And I have to do the same thing. And I can't even slay because I'm shooting down UAVs. Constantly. There's so fucking many. And you might say, well, run counter UAV, BT, and you won't have this problem. Well, if you run UAV and you run counter UAV, that's 2/3 of your fucking kill streak slot gone. That's the entire meta. The entire meta will just be UAV, counter UAV, and launchers. That's it. That's the whole kill streak meta. And then maybe a chopper gunner for those daring enough to, you know, hope to get that in their fucking high skill campy ass lobbies. And then I have to ask, what's the point of the other streaks in the game? Which, by the way, no new streaks. We've seen all these fucking streaks before. There's nothing new in this game. We've seen all these weapons. We've seen all these streaks. We've seen this exact style of gameplay 3 years ago in MW 2019. We have seen all this shit before. There is nothing new in this game. Zero innovation. There's really no point to this game to even exist when MW 2019's out. There's no fucking point. The maps. You know, I thought they couldn't get worse than MW 2019 maps. I thought they couldn't get worse. And yet, here we are. It's interesting, though, because there are good maps in this game. This map I'm playing, El Asilo, or whatever it's called, Jose Seco's Drug Streets, they should call it. But, yeah, it's a pretty good map. Like, this reminds me of a Black Ops 2 map, almost. It's good. I really like Farm 18 as well. That's a fun little shotgun map. And then outside of those 2 maps, the rest range from mediocre to straight up the worst fucking maps I have ever played on. I think MW 2019 as a whole has worse overall maps, but the spectrum on this game, I truthfully think that Tarak and Border Crossing are I think they are legit the worst maps I have ever played on. Both of them. I'm not kidding, guys. Both maps are horrendously fucking bad. Like, worse than Piccadilly. Worse than Ass Hair Cave. So while MW 2019 may have overall worse maps, this game has the 2 worst maps I've ever played. So it evens out. Yes, this map is good and Farm 18 is good, but it's canceled out by Tarak and Zamazima Klima Border Crossing Cuck fucking dick sucking motherfucking piece of shit exploding cars. I hate it. It's like they took a picture of the 3,000 dev parking lot at IWHQ and just pasted it onto the Mexico border. Which, by the way, a lot of maps are having copyright issues because these motherfuckers aren't original. They're just taking pictures of places and making them into maps without permission, apparently. And even the maps that are good or considered like mediocre, what is that map? I can't remember the fucking map. There's a big statue and there's 2 buildings and the buildings are just maze-like. It's not a bad map, but I legit still get lost on it trying to navigate it. It's like the architect previously had a job designing fucking rat mazes or something. Whatever that map is, I cannot remember the names of the maps because they're not one word anymore. It's stuff like Zamakima Hydroelectric Boogaloo and stuff like that. Why not just name your maps fucking one word? Oh yeah, they're bringing back Afghan. I actually took a screenshot of this. They're bringing back Afghan, but they're calling it something fucking stupid. It's called Satik Cave Complex. Rolls off the fucking tongue, doesn't it? Like, hey babe, what's your safe word? Well, it was Afghan back in 2009, but now if you choke me too hard, I need to scream, Satik Cave Complex. Like, fuck off with these names. Name it one word or 2 words. I don't even know the name of this like it's map right here because it's not in English. I would love to learn Spanish one day, but I don't know what it's called. It doesn't like compute. I don't know the fucking name. I call it the Mexican street map because that's what it is. I think it's El Asilo, but I honestly can't remember. This is the worst Call of Duty multiplayer of all time. There's no calling cards and there's no emblems. There's no sense of progression. The better you get, the worse the game gets. The better you get, the worse your connection gets. We've seen all this stuff done before, but done better in some way. There is not one redeeming quality in this game except that the guns feel good to shoot, but they felt good to shoot in MW 2019. And the camo challenges are refreshing, I guess, but like they should have fixed this ages ago. This is on par with Call of Duty Vanguard as the worst Call of Duty multiplayer of all time. Seriously, the worst Call of Duty game of all time. I don't play the campaign. I don't care about Spec Ops, so this is the whole game for me. It's the worst COD of all time. It's tied with Vanguard. The sad thing is that Vanguard did some things that were objectively better. Doors were destructible. The maps were overall better. They weren't like great classics, but they were overall better. They had blitz mode, so you had a lot of action. You had dead silence. You had a traditional perk system. I hate to even praise Vanguard because it's made by a bunch of green juice drinking incompetent ninnies, but like they did do some things objectively better. This game comes along, says, hold my door, Sledgehammer Games, and Joseph Marcus Secott, Joseph Bartholomew Secott, Joseph Geppetto Secott. I don't know the man's real middle name, so I'm just going to say a bunch of shit. Joe Secott and Infinity Turd have given us a pointless fucking game. And people are going to eat it up because it's called Modern Warfare 2, and the guns feel good to shoot, and their life sucks, and they have nothing better to do because, let's face it, we're getting more and more into the metaverse and less about touching grass and going outside, so you can make shitty games and get away with it, and people will still play them and not even know that they're shitty, or just put up with the shitty fucking shit because their life's shittier. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Tell me when I'm telling lies! That's the fucking truth! Come on! You know it's true. Nothing good's going on outside. Hell, we just came out of fucking lockdown and people are still staying inside. So, like, yeah, play a shitty COD game. Don't worry about it. Guys, I'm out of time. I hope you enjoyed this long-ass video. If you did, can you please like it? I'd appreciate it. Rate the video as well. Comment. Drop a sub. Don't buy this game. Even when Season 1 comes out, it's not going to be any different. A few new weapons and 2 maps we've seen ad nauseum isn't going to save it. But I'm hoping maybe, like, by next year with the new big overhaul DLC drop that Sledgehammer's doing, the game will be good by then. I don't know, but I doubt it. The core gameplay elements probably will never change, and it's going to be a fucking slog for 2 years. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. I want to suplex Joe Secott through his badly named maps. Peace.
I appreciate it, Nick. I'm sorry if I'm a little fucking snippy. I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.